Alright guys, Kazoo71 here. I want to do a video to show you guys a little bit of creative editing. Every once in a while I get some comments on my videos because I show things how they actually are. And what I wanted to do is show you guys a little bit of editing and how a lot of YouTubers fool people. And that's not what I do. So what I do in my videos is try to show you exactly how things are. I don't cut things out unless it's just unnecessary time, like, you know, your lapse in time and stuff like that. But you can do a couple of things, as a lot of YouTubers do, to trick people and say, hey, let me show you how to do this, but they're actually cheating. So I want to show you what I mean by this, and I'm going to do this short video. I'm going to run a video and show you what it would look like after it was edited, and then I'm going to show you what actually happened. Alright guys, random YouTuber here. Let me show you how to tame an Ankylosaurus early game. First off, you're going to use a bow. You get them at level 10. I'm using a trank arrow. You would get it level 21. It's pretty simple to do. All you got to do is knock this guy out. You can run at these guys. You need a single one out. You want to run in front of it a little bit and just have it follow you. You can just trank it, turn around, run a little bit, trank it. Once you get it knocked down, it's a simple measure of what you're going to put in there to tame it. Now, early game, you're going to use measure berries, and I'm going to show you what you can use in just a second here. I'm going to turn on a mod called the Awesome Spyglass here to show you what you can use. You can pause it there, but like I said, early game, measure berries is the best thing you're going to use, and you get those by collecting with the E button on PC, Y Xbox, triangle PlayStation, and the X on Switch. You're also going to use some narco berries to keep this bad boy down. If it starts to wake up, feed it, force feed it some narco berries, and it'll stay down. So we're just going to throw these measure berries in there. And I had some in my inventory. I'm just going to split them up and give them some. Throw these narco berries in there in case I need them. And we're just going to wait this out. And as you can see, it's getting very little per. Flash forward here. As you can see, it's almost dark now, guys. And we've been waiting here for quite a while. This guy's getting there. So I'm just going to flash forward one more time. Here we go. Guy is tamed. And that's all you need to do, guys, to tame an Ankylosaurus early game. Alright guys, so that was a simple little video of me pretending to be a different YouTuber showing you how to tame an Ankylo early game. Now, what I want to do is bring you back and show you what actually happens, because I cheated in this video to show you what I actually did before I edited it down to that 1-minute video. Alright guys, so here's what I actually did. I'm on the what I call herbivore island on the island, and I am on an Argentavis. So I found 3 Ankylos. I grabbed one with my Argentavis, and I'm going to bring it to another part of the island where there's no other Ankylos, because if you've played this game long enough, if you attack one Ankylo, the other 2 are going to attack you. So you got to find one secluded. So what I did was I secluded this one for the video. Then I'm going to park my Argentavis behind this tree over here so you can't see it. Now we're going to hide back here so that you don't see that I had an Argentavis in the video. Then I'm going to turn this stuff off. I'm going to turn the Awesome Spyglass off so you can't see it. And I'm going to go forward a little bit here to where the Ankylo's at. And I put the bow in my hands and took the other stuff out. So now I'm going to shoot it with the bow and pretend like I'm shooting it with the bow and arrow, which I am, as you can see, a few times. Now it's going to take quite a few times to knock one of these out with the bow and a trank. If you've ever played Ark, you know it's going to take a while. But we're going to go ahead and shoot this guy a few times. Now as I'm running backwards, this is where I'm going to chop the video out and edit it, because what here I'm going to switch to a long neck rifle with shock and tranquilizer darts. And when I shoot this guy with these guys, he's going to go down really quick. Alright, so we're going to do that, and then I'm going to back up a little bit more, shoot him one more time, and he's going to go down. And boom, there you go, he's down. Now what I'm going to do is take the stuff out of my hands and make sure everything's out. I got to make sure those words are gone on the left side of the screen so no one can see that I just used that, and then I'll pick the video up here when I'm editing it. Now when I turn around and you see I wave in the other video like, hey, I just knocked this guy out, this is where this part is right here. So now we're going to switch back. I'm going to look in its inventory. We're just going to see, here he is knocked out. I'm going to set the camera right so that I can chop this other video into this part. And I'm going to put the Awesome Spyglass on, and this is where I picked up in the other one and say, hey, let's look at what it would take to tame this guy. And this is the part we put in there, just to kind of say that. Now we're going to go back, turn that Awesome Spyglass off, and I'm going to jump down here, and here's where I say, okay, here's where we're going to collect the berries, and this is what you need to tame them early game, blah, 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 all that stuff, and what controls you need to use, right? So this part stays in there because this is important, and this is what you would do early game. Then we'll go back up here, and what I did was I made a mistake when I was doing this because I threw the berries in there before I tried something else. And as you're going to see, it's going to jump up and it's going to start eating right away. So I'll throw the berries in there. It's going to eat right away. It's going to get that little bit of tameness in there. So what I got to do is go back and I got to take that little piece of that video out and splice it on the back side of the other part so that you think that it ate first after I feed it again, which I'm gonna show you what I mean in just a second. So I've got all the berries in there, and I thought to myself, okay, well, that's not going to work for the video. I need to take this stuff out, and I need to have everything out of my hand so no one can see that I have a long neck rifle. So I'm going to dump the long neck rifle on the ground. We're going to go back in and take these berries out. So wait, hang on, I'm going to get the crossbow out. I don't want anybody to think I use a crossbow, so we dump the crossbow out. And now we're going to go back to the anklet. I'm going to take the berries out, right? Let's see here, pull them all out, and then we're going to come up to it again. I'm going to reset my camera view, and I'm going to put the berries in, and then we're going to pretend like I just put the berries in for the first time, and then this is where I'm going to splice the video, and then I'm going to cut that other part where it eats the first time, so you think it's actually the same video if it's a smooth transition. I didn't do a great smooth transition. I did this kind of quick, but I could do it so smooth you wouldn't even know I did it. Now I'm just going to pick up the long neck rifle as you see, and I'm going to go get my crossbow back because I don't want to lose those because those are ascendant level ones. Okay, so now I got all my stuff back I threw on the ground so you didn't know I had it. Go back to the anklo. Now here's where it gets really funny, and this is what a lot of YouTubers do on Ark and other games too. This is where they're going to cheat, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself the regular kibble, which is the best thing to tame these guys with. I'm going to cheat a couple of these guys in. I'm going to cheat 3 of them in. As you can see, I just gave myself 3. I'm going to throw them in its inventory and let it eat those, and that way the taming will go up really quick, because I don't want to sit here for hours doing a video. I only want to do it for a few minutes and then pretend like when I post it on YouTube, oh, this took me hours, right? So now I'm going to make it eat. I'm going to leave that one in there. I got rid of the other 2. I'm just going to leave one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab something else that Ark added with the Fjordor map, and I'm going to grab a sanguine elixir. I'm going to cheat one of those in. I'm going to put it in my last inventory slot. Hold on a second. I got to go back to my awesome spyglass. I was looking at the time. So we're just checking the time out there for a minute. And so there's the sanguine elixir. So now I'm going to put it in my last inventory slot, and I'm going to go up to it, and I'm going to hit the button on it, and as you can see, the taming's going to go up. So now this guy is pretty far up. I'm going to flash forward here again just because I don't want to waste your time showing you, and I want to show you what time it is. It's 11:56. So I'm going to use a trick with the time here, and I'm going to cheat set the time for later in the day or at night, whatever you wanted to do, so you can pretend like it took a long time to do this. Oh, it took me all day. Check out how long this was. So anyway, so I'm doing cheat set time, and I set the time for 1700, which is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. As you can see, the time changed. So now it looks a little darker. It looks like it took me all day to do this. And now we're going to just kind of wait for this thing to tame. I'm going to flash forward a few minutes later, and boom, anklo's tamed. But I'm going to cut that part out to show you in the other video because I didn't want you to see how close it was, so you couldn't figure out that it was eating kibble as opposed to measure berries. So we cut that part out. It looks really quick. It looks like, bam, I did this really fast, how simple this was. And that's how a lot of YouTubers do it. People complain about mine sometimes because I show you the whole video. I don't really care. I want you to see the whole thing and what it takes. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to do this. I thought it was kind of funny. And if you guys liked the video, please like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.